Oh my god, Nimbus! I just saw that our favorite author, Dark Yagami, has come out with a new story. Or, well, actually it's not new at all, but I didn't see it before!
The Arc Yagami has graced us with his presence once again?
Indeed! And clearly this is exactly what we need after the stupidness that was Sonic.exe!
But wait, didn't we say that the story we were going to read afterwards was even stupider than Sonic.exe? But the Arc Yagami is such a great and serious writer!
Yeah, well, I suppose we need a bit of a break from the stupidness.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We need to reinvigorate ourselves with some of this masterful writing.
Indeed. So, the story we are reading today is Note, Dark Yagami's Jinglyest Jugglyest Day. Because peeps on Twitter asked for it. What if there was a boob note? It would go like this. But crime happens and the Detective L is on the case. Or is he? Let's find out! Maybe there will be bosoms along the way. Who is the mysterious Kirak? Is it Chaos? But he died! Or did he? Semicolon dash close parentheses. Hey! So Netflix is making a Death Note! Movie! But they don't have the most important guy, cause they suck. Hey Netflix, when you make the sequel, you need to put him in it! So I wrote this fic to show what Dark Yagami can do. I asked the peeps on Twitter, in real Dark Yagami, cause there's a fake. And they said do a boob note, so here it is. In a cave in Japan. A bunch of peeps go in a cave with spacesuits and robots, and what are they doing? This!
I can see the target, Roger over,
said a soldier.
What was your Hal Linder voice like? Probably just like how I did for that soldier.
Yeah, I think that my Hal Linder voice was basically like, I am going to stop Dark Yagami, or else my name isn't Hal Linder, or something.
Activate the grabbers. 10-4.
Said Hal Linder, who was the boss of the mission.
Actually, these are too similar. I'm gonna make Hal a woman.
I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. Why would you do that?
Activate the grabbers. 10-4.
Said Hal Linder, who was the boss of the mission.
Grabbers initiated.
And a grabber came out and grabbed a mysterious notebook.
Careful.
Hal Linder radioed, and the grabber dropped the book on a pen, and it writ Hal Linder.
Oh no! 10 hot!
The soldier said, and he grabbed the book again, but it was too late.
What the f***?
Hal said, but it was still too late. Because he had boobs. Because it was Boob Note. Imagine those are boobs or something. Meanwhile, in L's secret base, L was sitting on his chair, stamping candy gunk into his mouth that was cut open like the Joker's so he could put more candy inside it. Wattery came bounding in like a bounder, holding his tea cause he's British. Master L! He yelped. No, wait. Yeah. Master L! He yelped! There's a new Kira. Big whoop. L grunted, swallowing a chocolate killer whale. It's another Yagami. It's always a f***ing Yagami. Not this time, my sugar-bellied young whelp! And he showed L a WhatsApp from the Yagami. and he showed L a... Were you about to say something?
No, I'm just laughing because no one uses WhatsApp anymore.
Well, I mean, we are way behind on this story. This came out at the start of last year. So...
Yeah, but still, this is the second story that mentions WhatsApp.
And he showed Ella WhatsApp from the Yagamis that said, not me. And that's not all! Look at the TV! And he turned on the TV, but it was commercial break, and they had to wait for the news to come back after the weather.
Welcome back to the news.
said a TV presenter who was a lady to one who was a man.
Now there is news of a new Kira, and it's totally cray. Everyone calls him Kirak as a joke. Get it?
She said.
Now I will show you what he does.
That sounds bad,
said the newsman, getting all sweaty.
Have you ever done a crime?
Said news lady, and newsman said no.
That's a lie, because you threw a fish off a skyscraper just to watch it go splat, and it hit a child, and the child became part fish.
Everyone in the news studio gasped.
No!
Said newsman.
Don't do this to me!
Kirak, show this man a lesson.
No! Oh!
Said newsman, and then there was a bang, and he had bosomy bounds!
Yeah, actually, this is awesome!
He said, boobling them about. News lady punched him in the face, and then she got boob noted too, and hers got double big also.
So that's what Kirak does, and it's so cool, and if you want...
And the world got beeped because it was TV.
Like me, then do all the crime!
Watery turned off the TV. So that's the Bugly Kirak's deal. He makes bad guys have jugglies and makes them jugglies bigger if they already have jugglies. That don't sound too bad, Elle said. He took 2 blow-bools of candy and splattered them on his shirt. Look, now I have boobs, lol. The blasted problem is everyone wants big chesty bits. Fellows and gentle ladies are doing crime, so Kirak will find them and boob them up. Watery said, and then he did a British punch right in Elle's face. There was a sound like chests growing, and then Watery had them too. You see? F***, let's go, Elle said, and he got in his police car, which was actually an Uber, but he writ police on the door, and a police lady drove it, except she wasn't a police lady anymore, because she graffitied "Elephant Suck" on a zoo, so she could have bigger jingle bags, and it worked. Wait, so having bigger jingle bags means you are no longer a police lady?
Well, no, it's because she was breaking the law. She's decided that she's going to commit crimes and not uphold the law anymore.
Ah, of course. I should know better than to question the genius writings of this genius writer. As they drove, Elle looked out at all the chaos. But not chaos, get it? 'Cause he dead. Or is he? There was an old lady punching a statue of the guy who invented books, and every punch made her hubby bubbies get bigger and bigger. There was a sandwich dude punching tomatoes in the sandwich.
Pudding, not punching.
Sorry, I just guess I'm on the mind of people being violent. I'm sorry, that sentence didn't quite make sense, but whatever. There was a sandwich dude putting tomatoes in the sandwiches when people said no tomatoes! Or should you perhaps say no tomatoes?
No, that's more of just... that's fine.
Alright then. Just so he could have round jigs big enough that he could use them as a table and save money on tables. There was a garbage man setting all the garbage cans on fire, but Noon cared because he was garbage man and it wasn't a crime and he didn't have the blubber dubbers everyone else did.
Actually, setting garbage cans on fire is a crime. It's vandalization of, government property and also arson.
No, it isn't. It says so in this story.
Oh, that's right! And the Arc Yagami knows best, after all. I'm gonna go set all the garbage cans on fire and not get in trouble at all.
Indeed. Then, at the TV studio. They got to the TV studio and Elle went on TV like in the beginning of Death Note. Ok, Kirak, here's the beef, Elle said. I am gonna arrest you, unless you give me tiddly bits, which I sure hope don't happen. Then it did. Ha, Elle laughed like a pringly detective leprechaun with boobles, which he was. I tricked you! You thought this message was going to the whole world, but actually it was just going to one place. The secret base of K, aka Chaos, my evil brother, or my clone or something, I don't remember, lol.
Hey, that's so clever. That's just like at the start of Death Note.
Indeed! Super clever. So he got back to the police Uber, but he couldn't get in because the driver's breasts were so big they filled the whole car now. If Elle didn't fix this soon, everyone would be covered in boob and die! So instead he had to get a helicopter and lay in that K's house and went down the chimney like Santa, but badass and gestacular!
Ew.
Chaos said in terror at the sight of the pale, sugar-coated jubbly man with police guns.
What do you want?
I want to arrest you for being Akira even if you didn't kill peeps. L said, smashing shit up like a bad cop.
But I am not doing nothing wrong.
Chaos said back.
Everyone wants to have milk mountains, and I'm giving the people what they want.
But you're making them do crimes.
That's 'cause crime is good.
Chaos skirbled and his eyes went even and he started writing in his notes. What the f***? L said and he dropped his guns. The Y fell on the floor and started rolling around as they turned into memory globs.
My evil plan.
Chaos said.
The boob note can turn anything into a boob. And when everyone is happy with their chest, I will write the Earth.
No, L said, but it was too late. Chaos got a pen and writ the Earth. He could feel the world shaking like an earthquake, but sexy. Everything went all jubbly. Chaos was laughing all over the place, even as the house started to fall down. L ran out of the house. All he could see was bubbly jump all the way to the horizon, and on the edge was a giant mountain that was the middly bit. No, I failed, he said sadly, but then Watery came over jingling his jangles. You didn't really fail, me bumbling chappy, he said happy. Everyone is happy now. There's no war or crime or sadness now, because the world is a Bristol. Again, I looked up British word for chests, and you can't be angry when you're looking at a dog. And it was true. The world was perfect and peaceful, and everyone built a big statue of K. Everyone was sad he died when his house fell down and wished they could have sexed with him, but that was a small price to pay. In the end. But wait, I hear you ask. Where was Dark Yagami? The camera zooms in on some rubble. Suddenly a hand appears. Chaos climbs out. And he takes off his mask. And it's... Dark fucking Yag fucking Army! He grins at the camera and goes, Missed me? And there's a rocking guitar! Hang on a second. Is that an actual Sherlock reference? Referencing the end of season 3 with Moriarty, the guy whom we decided that Chaos should sound like?
Possibly.
Because I think that is what this is.
Could be.
So Netflix peeps, that must be the Death Note movie. It's so fucking cool. He made world peace and chesty bumps nice for a boob in the OA, so we were allowed to have them on Netflix. You know, the sad thing is, this is almost closer to Death Note than the actual live-action Death Note movie is. Because I don't know if you saw that movie, but man, did they just spectacularly miss the mark. And for the record, it's not because of Light being American. I don't mind the fact that they relocated the story to America. Like, there is nothing about Death Note that necessitates it must be set in Japan. The problem is more just the fact that they completely missed the point of what made Death Note interesting in the first place. Like, the thing that made everyone like Death Note was pretty much like the mental games between Light and L. There was basically none of that in the movie. Like, Light is a complete moron, and L is an even bigger moron just to make Light look smart. And about the only smart thing Light does in the entire movie is right at the very end, where he pulls off some sort of super convoluted scheme that admittedly feels like something out of the end of Death Note. But that's completely inconsistent with how the rest of the movie portrayed him, so it doesn't really work at all. And L just completely turns into a psychopath by the end, and also the Death Note is just omnipotent. Like, Light basically manages in the movie to completely mind control Watari for several days just by writing some stuff in the Death Note. Like, specifically, he manages to get Watari working for him, trying to figure out L's real name, which he apparently doesn't know, just by writing that stuff down in the Death Note, which I'm pretty sure that the manga and anime made very clear is not something you can do. Because of course you couldn't do that, because that would be way too overpowered, and it would lead to the story being really dumb, much like it was in the movie. And I think I've at least gotten some of the problems with that movie out now, because there are truckloads of them. But I suppose I'm not exactly blowing anybody's minds with this. Anyone who was actually interested would probably have seen the movie already, and if they didn't see it, then they would probably have at least heard about how dumb it is.
But wait, isn't Death Note already set in America? I mean, isn't that what the arc Yagami says?
Oh my god, everything I know is a lie!